Hey everyone, Steve here from My Crypto World. Welcome back to another episode. As always, hit that thumbs up if you like the content. Better still, if you want to subscribe and hit that bell notification, you'll be kept up to date with all the recent crypto news that happens as it happens right here on this channel. Today we're going to be looking at a very brief look at crypto exchanges and why they collapse. But more importantly, I'm going to take you through the setup procedure, the step-by-step setup procedure that I used to set up my cold storage Trezor wallet. All that right after this. FTX collapse leaves total crypto market under 800 billion, close to the 2022 low. In recent news before this even happened, crypto exchange Nuri files insolvency in Germany. That happened back in August. Back in June, Voyager Digital issued a default notice to Three Arrows Capital for failing to repay its $660 million loan. That was back in June 28, 2022. Back all the way back in 2020, 2 years ago, 75 crypto exchanges have closed down so far. Why on earth does this keep happening? Well, there are probably two main answers. Number one, some of them collapse or close voluntarily. They know that they're in trouble and they decide to do the right thing, I guess. There are others that get hacked, but to be honest with you, most of them have collapsed because of insolvency issues. Now, what does that mean? Any good business operator knows that the money coming into your company is used to pay and cover the cost of running your business. And the unfortunate thing is, for companies like FTX or any other crypto exchange out there, is that when it's a bull market and you've got a lot of hype and a lot of activity, the money that comes in flows in like a really strong river. And what the CEOs and the CFOs and all those in management control don't understand is you actually have to put some of that away, because there are going to be times when the market isn't in a good position. It is going to be a bear market, and less people may be buying and selling crypto during those winter moments. And what that means for a company who basically derives all its income from buying and selling crypto and swapping crypto on the exchanges, is that their funds, their cash flow dries up. Now, if a company has had a record year with buying and selling, and they've got, they've made millions, hundreds of millions in brokerage, what they've failed to realize is that that's not going to continue. So what that means is, instead of going out and donating millions of dollars to political parties, or instead of giving yourself a nice multi-million-dollar bonus at the end of every year, you really need to put some of that money aside to get ready for and to have a contagion plan in place should things go south. And that really hasn't happened. With FTX, everyone in that organization, from what I've read, was very young. And that doesn't certainly give them an excuse or a reason why it's collapsed. But there is a naivety that comes with young entrepreneurs, where they just don't think about the future. They think because it's the first time they've been exposed to anything like this, they think the money's just going to continue to roll in, and it absolutely doesn't. Any good business manager, any good person who's been in the business industry for a long time, either running your own business or working for a really good, strong corporate company, knows that you need to have a fund set aside for rainy days. And that's just not what has happened here. I think FTX, who knows? There could be a lot of other things that are hidden that might come to fruition as time moves on about where the funds went and how it was all spent. But ultimately, a lot of companies, not just crypto companies, just a general company that does something out of the ordinary, window makers or even window cleaners, it doesn't really matter. If you don't have good cash flow management, when the chips are down, you're not going to have enough money to pay your stuff and to cover your overheads. And that's what happens a lot of times. So what to do about it? Well, there's really only one thing you can do, and that is to put your money into either a hot wallet, which is an online wallet, or a cold storage wallet, which is an offline wallet. And today I'm going to take you through the steps I took to set up my Trezor hardware wallet. So let's get into that now, and we'll go through the steps I took to do that. Now, I didn't video this, I've just taken snapshots of the process, but I wanted to show you how really it's incredibly easy, and it's not that difficult at all. So let's go through this now. So first of all, I thought I'd take you through what the box looks like. It simply looks like this, Trezor. Next, once you open that box, you're going to get, that's what it's going to look like. Now you'll notice here on the Trezor applicator itself, there was a holographic sticker that actually seals that unit up. Now what I had done is I had opened up mine, peeled off the holographic unit seal, and then thought to myself, oops, I should take a photo of this because I knew I was going to be recording this for the YouTube channel. So I popped it back in the box. But generally speaking, there should always be, well, not generally speaking, there must always be a holographic seal. In fact, when you plug in your Trezor wallet to your computer for the first time, and the documentation that's contained in this box all talks about how important it is that that seal is intact. Even if it's not intact, you need to send the wallet back to Trezor so they can reissue you a new one and do some investigations as to why your product may have been tampered with. So then you open up the box, and you've got two really components there. One is the unit itself, and inside this unit here is a lot of other material, including a USB cable. And that's how everything looks completely unpacked. You've got a couple of stickers there. You've got some seed phrase recovery items to write down your mnemonic phrases. You've got the unit itself, a device specification, and the USB cable. Now this little black piece here that sits inside this is actually a magnet that clicks on the back of the Trezor wallet itself. So you can mount that. It's got double-sided tape on the other side of that. You can mount that anywhere in your house that you want, and then click your Trezor wallet in place to be stored safely or hidden safely anywhere in your home. Once you've got it all unpacked, it really is simply a matter of connecting the USB to this end to your computer, connecting the USB-C through to the Trezor wallet, and then it pretty much self-guides itself to connecting to the Trezor online, setting up a wallet for yourself, and then you simply transfer your funds across. So this is me here installing the firmware. Again, it's all automatic. There is virtually nothing you have to do other than plugging in the device to your PC or your laptop. It will automatically start installing the firmware for you. It doesn't come with firmware on the Trezor at all. The reason they don't do that is because they are obviously constantly updating that software. And when you purchase a Trezor, they want you to have the most up-to-date software possible, so that once you've connected it to the PC or your laptop, it'll search out the most recent firmware and it'll upload that to the Trezor wallet itself. Once it's uploaded that to the Trezor, you'll go through a system of creating a backup. You can see here your Trezor will generate a list of words which you need to write down. This information is the most important part of securing your Trezor. It is the only offline backup of your Trezor and all its wallets associated with it. So it's really important that once that you get the phrasing right, that you make a note of those crypto words that are going to pop up. You'll have 12. Generally, you'll get 12. And the way that the Trezor works is if you need to verify who you are, the machine itself, the device will tell you, it'll say, tell me what word number 4 is. And you've got to input, you've got to type that in. Tell me, then you'll go, what is word number 8 and what is word number 10, something like that. It gives you some indications here of what you've got to do. So certainly you want to check your backup in device settings before sending any money to the wallet. And that's the first step it does. It creates a wallet backup of your wallet automatically or straight away. It talks to you about never taking a photo or make a digital copy of the backup, which I haven't done here. This is just simply a screenshot. And keep your backup secured and never share it with anyone. Absolutely. So you've got an option to skip the backup. I would highly recommend you don't do that. You just want to click Begin Backup. It'll run through the backup process. It'll download the firmware installation process, and then it'll restart your Trezor. So pretty simple so far. Then what happens is you would simply log on to your exchange to make sure that to log on to whatever exchange you got. You would get a sorry, let me back up a bit. Once you've got the now for the other thing is you want to make sure if you're going to do this is you connect to the right website. So you can only download this and get your updates from the official Trezor website. Always check the description in your URL link that it matches what's on screen now. So it's trezor.io. Now, for those that don't know, IO stands for input output. So that's the name of their website. You can go here and you can download all the data that you need. There's chat forums, there's all sorts of things. So if you run into problems while you're doing this, even if you've done it once and you're finding it okay, the truth is you might throw the Trezor in a safe or in a safe place, and you might not open it again for 12 months. So you might forget things. So always come back to the website to look for more data on what you've got to do to open up your Trezor wallet to either buy or sell more cryptocurrencies. But in saying that, so what you would do next is you would simply go and log onto your exchange. You'll find that in your exchange, you have a wallet set aside for each individual coin. So I just want to make that really clear. Your Trezor wallet and the wallet address of the coins you hold on your crypto exchanges are different for every single coin you hold. So your Bitcoin address, your wallet address will be very different to your Ethereum wallet address. And make sure you've got to do that right. And now in your exchanges, you'll click on, say, Bitcoin. You'll have the option there to send, and then you click on send. But before you do that, you've actually got to go into your Trezor and say receive. So once you do that, obviously I can't show you this on screen because it'll show you all my personal data, which I don't really want. But when you're when you've got your Trezor connected to your computer, and you've gone through the whole setup process, you'll have a screen that'll show you numerous different coins that the Trezor can hold, and then you would click on receive, say Bitcoin, and it will give you a wallet address. You simply copy that wallet address across to your crypto exchange. So you literally just hit the word copy on your screen, then you paste that into your crypto exchange's send address. You might do a few other things, possibly enter a password depending on how you've set up your online account, and then you hit send. It'll take a couple of seconds and it will come across to your Trezor wallet. Now, my strong suggestion is do not, for goodness sakes, send all of your crypto to the Trezor wallet for the first time. What I would strongly recommend you do is if you've got Bitcoin or Ethereum or any of the coins that are supported by the Trezor wallet, send half a coin, send 0.4 of a coin. It doesn't really matter. 0.04 of a coin. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you get the sending right first to make sure you understand how it works before you go and throw all your money. Because the issue is, now the system's fairly good. I actually intentionally entered a wrong crypto address to see what would happen, and it actually came back and said this address does not fit the criteria. So, but that may not always be the case. So if you get an address wrong, or you've done it the wrong way around, or you're trying to send Bitcoin to an Ethereum address, if there is a glitch in the system, it may not come back and say that you've made a mistake. It may try to send it and you may lose your crypto for good into the ether. So before you do anything, just send a very small amount first. You're going to pay a little bit more for that because you're going to have to pay brokerage or send fees twice. But it's absolutely, for a couple of cents or something like that, a couple of dollars, it's worth checking to make sure you get it right the first time. And it's as simple as that. It doesn't take anything else. So I was able to transfer my Cardano, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, and there was another one too. I can't quite remember which one it was, all across to the Trezor wallet, and that worked really, really well. It was pretty fast. I was completed and done within, 20 minutes maybe. So it does happen fairly quickly. Now, on top of that, as I said to you before, you do have a manual way of writing down the seed phrases. The other thing you can do with the Trezor wallet is you can enter a PIN number or create a PIN number. You can just see it on the screen there. It says device PIN is optional. I did set one up. It just makes it easier, but if you do get the PIN number wrong, it will probably ask you for the mnemonic phrase that the system set up for you. So that's really important. Now, there's a lot of hoo-ha about the way you should record your recovery seed. A lot of people don't think, you shouldn't be putting it online because your computer is vulnerable to hacks. And if somebody else gets your recovery seed, they can enter the data, get your wallet and your addresses, and then ship out the coins to their own address, all without you knowing about that. So the other problem you've got is writing down your seed phrases on paper. The truth is, paper is only as good as paper is. It's susceptible to getting wet, possibly. It's susceptible to fires, getting torn up, getting thrown out, getting lost by mistake. So there are lots of things that can go wrong with a paper copy. So the other thing I did is I purchased myself one of these, and this is called a Crypto Steel capsule. It is from the Trezor website. And I went through, and after my phrases were created and I wrote them down, I then unboxed this crypto capsule to create my phrases in steel, solid stainless steel, that is also fireproof. Now, this is what it looks like when you've opened it up. I'm not giving away anything here, it's just simply what it looks like. Each one of these little things here is a letter of the alphabet. So it's got all the letters of the alphabet as well as numbers here, and symbols here. So your @ your exclamation mark, your question marks, your hash marks are all in this pile here. Numbers 1 to 0, I should say, are in here. And these are what's known as your separators over on this side here. And over in this side here, we have the fasteners. That's what it looks like with the lid off. It does come with instructions, but it is incredibly easy to use. You simply start putting together the names or the list of words that your Trezor wallet has created to give yourself an emergency backup. And what you do is you simply, that's what one looks like there, blown up. So they have a small letter on one side and then they have a capital letter on the other side. Both of them would be the same. So if it's lowercase a on one side, it's capital A on the other side. Same for all the letters of the alphabet. Then what you do, I've got my phrases, I've written them down. I will throw that paper copy out now because I no longer need it. And I've entered all of my crypto mnemonic phrases using the steel caps there. You simply slide it onto this bar, and you can see here these are the separators. So that gives you that's how you separate out your 12 words. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 words all on here, all in stainless steel. If there's a fire, if there's a flood or anything else, all of those phrases are kept secure. You have a thing at the end here that you fold off so the phrases can't fall out of this little tube. That's what they look like. You just simply slide them up and down, and if you need to use them for an emergency backup plan. As I said, the Trezor gives you the option of either using the phrases or using a PIN number. If I fail my PIN number, if I forget it, then I'm going to be asked by the Trezor wallet itself to find my phrases, which I don't remember and I won't remember. There's 12 different words there. I'm sure I could commit it to memory if I wanted. However, in this particular case, I'm not going to do that. I would refer to this. You simply grab that. It goes into a stainless steel chute. It actually weighs quite a bit, so it's certainly solid. And then that seals up, and it's as simple as that. That's what it looks like completed. That now goes into my safe place wherever I put it here within my house, to make sure that nobody else can find it. And it's really as simple as that. So nothing else to it really. That's why I thought I'd put this video together for you, because just to show you, I probably had this entire process, ignoring this steel capsule. This actually took longer to do than the actual setup of the wallet and the transfer of the cryptocurrency onto the cold storage wallet. This thing here was a little bit fiddly, but I got there in the end. I think I probably had the Trezor set up in, it would have to be less than 20 minutes, and putting this together probably took me 30 minutes. So less than an hour and the whole thing's done. My cryptos are now off the exchanges, so if the exchange gets hacked, if there are issues with the exchange or the company goes insolvent, my cryptos are stored offline, so I won't be vulnerable to any of that cyber stuff that might happen. And I can either log back into my exchanges, and what you've got to do is then transfer your cryptos back onto the exchange to sell them. So it's a little bit cumbersome. It's not as easy as just logging online and then selling your cryptos. You've got to transfer it back. But the benefit is, if my crypto exchange actually goes down, then I can log on, create an account with any other crypto exchange, log on to my Trezor wallet and send the coins back to my new account if that happens. So it's as simple as that. Now, I also wanted to cover something off for people who are living in Australia. One of the biggest exchanges in Australia is called CoinSpot. Quite popular over here. I've been using them for a long time. I've never had any issues with them. And I said in my last video that the regulatory issues and requirements in Australia are a lot stricter than other places in the world. And this is a release that came out today from CoinSpot, November the 18th. Even though this video won't be dropping for another couple of days, it's probably about November 25th by now, something like that. So it was released about a week ago. I'm recording this on the 18th. But it's just really a statement from CoinSpot saying that they've actually passed, they've got data there about their 2021 audit, and they're currently going through an audit, independent audit for the year 2022. And so in Australia, it's called an unqualified audit. It is actually the highest audit you can get, highest possible level of assurance, under the Australian auditing standards. So this is a company who prides itself on stability and security for its customers. So if you're a CoinSpot user, or you live overseas and you want an exchange that, as far as I'm concerned, will not fall apart or collapse, you couldn't go past CoinSpot as an option for yourself to look at. I'll be honest with you, the brokerage is probably a little bit on the higher side, but that's a good thing, because I want them to earn money as well, and to be able to stand the test of time, certainly in winter markets where there's not a lot of activity happening. That's it for this video. I hope this has been informational for you and educational. If you've got any comments, please drop them below. But go and check out Trezor. There's no affiliation here at all. I'll drop the link in the description below. I don't get paid for using this at all. It's just simply a wallet that I've chosen to use. I like the ease of it. The screen is very simple to read. As far as I'm concerned, and from that point of view, it's probably a little bit easier to use than the Ledger device, which I've also got, but the Trezor one is the one that I would prefer. Trezor also is a little bit limited with some of the coins it is able to take, so the truth is you may need 1 or 2 cold storage wallets to cover all your cryptos, depending on which ones you've invested in. Don't stress about that too much. I'm sure it's only a matter of time before Trezor and other wallets open up to other digital assets as well. So enjoy your week, and we will chat to you all in the very next video. Take care. Cheers.